Hola chicos, hoy os traigo otro nuevo videito de este título que me está encantando. Y aquí estamos con el vampirito principal de la serie, nuestro Doctor Raid. Y estábamos saliendo la última vez desde el teatro, donde encontramos a la chica esa que estaba bastante loca, por lo menos para mi entender. Aunque bastante dramática ella con su... digamos que llevaba el arte ahí en las venas y hasta último momento quiso ser bastante dramática. Pero bueno, al final resolvimos de que ella era una de las que tenía... O sea, de las que estaba infectando a las personas. Tenía ahí esa capacidad, no sabemos cómo. Y bueno, pues ahora lo que tenemos que hacer es ir a comunicarlo al club Ascalon. Así que nada, tenemos que simplemente contarle todo lo que hemos descubierto. O por lo menos, bueno, en principio solo vamos a hablarle... Ah, esto es de la cuarentena. En principio solo vamos a hablarle de Doris. El primer caso no lo vamos a nombrar, parece. Así que vamos a ver qué sucede. La verdad es que estoy súper enganchada y encima se nota que está llegando al fin. A ver, por un lado quiero que... No es que quiero que llegue al fin, ¿no? Pero quiero saber qué pasa o sea, quién es el creador y todo eso. Y para ello sé que hay que llegar al fin de la historia. Pero bueno, vamos a ver qué nos cuentan por aquí. ¿Qué descubrimientos han hecho o qué saben ellos que yo no sepa? Vamos a subir, que están todos siempre... Uy. Ah, mira, pero si aquí está... Nuestra lady.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report. We'll talk later, Jonathan.
Vale, no tiene nada más que contarme. ¿Y este que está aquí? Porque este no sé quién es.
Lord Redgrave can play with the brave all he wants, but I won't put a foot outside until the pre-wen end their hunt.
Vale. Y... Vamos a ver, solo está Lord aquí. ¿Y dónde está? Ah. Hello, Lord.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please, tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her
Sí, eso
before
sí.
the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you.
¿En serio? Pero contéstame las preguntas.
One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
I'm not sure I'm the best candidate for such a task.
I can hear the hesitation in your voice, Dr. Reed. I admire a man of principles. But in this matter, there is more at stake than your moral comfort.
It's not a moral question, Lord Redgrave. It's the responsibility of giving immortality to a man I barely know.
Nonsense. Aloysius has been a member of the Ascalon for years. This is but the fruition of a long-held plan.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Tengo preguntas.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
Porque subí un vídeo. La madre que te parió. Qué susto me diste, coño. No, si lo tengo grabando, no estoy en directo. Vamos a ver por qué el viejillo.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
Ah, yo no lo haría, tío.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
No me quedó claro si puedo hacerle más
Understandably, you have
preguntas.
questions. Very well, proceed.
Ah, pues no.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Yo creo que si me dan la opción, porque me la darán de convertirlo, no lo convertiré, lo sacrificaré. Me haré la loca y después diré que no ha sobrevivido.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson. To make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage. and only capable of creating skulls.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
Sí, eso
What
ya lo
would you
sabía.
do?
The man's dying already. Let the reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to
Sí.
cheat death.
No,
I'm
yo
sure he has spent
ya tengo
decades
decidido que no-
dreaming of how he'd spend eternity
no lo voy
as
a
a tyrant.
convertir ni de coña.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
No sé, que es todo mentira.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
Anda, mira por dónde. Mira por dónde.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another.
In this war.
That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Women of all countries unite!
Da igual, que subo aquí arriba. Ah, bueno. Yo también te escondes, yo también sé esconderme. Ahí. Sí, yo escuché a alguien pidiendo ayuda, pero yo creo que está del otro lado.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ah, que está aquí dentro. A ver si por aquí se puede entrar. No. Está aquí pidiendo ayuda. ¿Y cómo lo ayudo? Es más, ¿cómo entro aquí dentro?
You Londoners are no match for me!
¡Hombre! Listo. Mira, ya está.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Vale, está sano.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Sangre pura, conocemos la expresión, la hemos oído en boca de necios herejes y de bárbaros extranjeros, e incluso la hemos usado nosotros mismos, pero ¿sabemos lo que realmente significa un vampiro nacido de las entrañas de un inmortal? Qué idea tan desagradable, ¿cómo podría una criatura así hallar un lugar entre los vivos? ¿Cuál sería su propósito? El nuestro está claro, caballeros. Ascalon está aquí para proteger el imperio y a todos los ciudadanos, somos los protectores y los pastores, aun cuando a veces sacrificamos alguna oveja como sustento. Todo aquel que sea hallado culpable de sucumbir al deseo de engendrar a un niño inmortal será erradicado. De la ley de Ascalon, de Lord Redgrave, fundador. Está bien saberlo. Pues fuímonos. Tenemos que irnos, a ver. Antes que nada, me voy a hacer un favor a mí y un favor a todos. La pistola va a ser la que voy a quitar. Así que voy a poner aquí, a ver qué hay de 2 manos. De 2 manos y que... Mira. Esta es verdad que no la habíamos visto, es de una sola, pero hace un montón de daño. Pero bueno, ahora me lo voy a cambiar, así que... Esta no aturde. Esta sí. Lo que pasa es que hace bastante poquito daño. Hace 121. Había más que aturdían, ¿no? ¿Solo había una que aturdía? Pues sí, parece que solo hay una. Así que bueno, espero que dentro de todo sea bastante rápida. Porque la verdad es que no tiene mucha pinta de que sea rápida.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
A ver. Ahí hay otro. Tenía que haber venido por aquí. Es que a saber por dónde... O sea, sería cuestión entonces de dar toda la vuelta. Es que no sé.
Don't you know better?
Pues yo no veo que la turda. Ahora sí. O sea, supuestamente hay que meterse por aquí para entrar a la casa de este hombre. Casi nada. Qué gusto tienen por las alcantarillas, ¿eh? Dios. Me imaginé, digo, me imagina.
This is despicable.
Sí, ya sé que no es muy rico, pero hay que conseguir sangre. Otra ratita.
I have this thirst for
Vale, esta está
blood.
cerrada, así que nos queda bajar o ir por aquí, que me imagino, exacto, por aquí no hay sitio para ir, así que tenemos que bajar. Uf, siempre ¿What? A ver, ponte así. Ahí, ahí, ahí. Tía, pero si no le hice nada, tío. Tío, pero si no lo aturdo. Corre, 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 corre. ¿No tengo más? ¿No tengo más jeringas? No, tío, no tengo más jeringas. No, 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 que me va a matar, tío. Ya. Tío, déjame morderte. No, 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 no. Déjame morder. Hostias, ahí, ahí, ahí. La violencia de los bulcos. Jamás dejéis que el tamaño de un bulco os engañe. Estos gigantescos malnacidos pueden ser tan rápidos como cualquier chupasangre, sí, ya me di cuenta. Y pueden ser derrotados del mismo modo, atravesando y sujetando su podrido cadáver contra el suelo antes de decapitarlo. Recordad, todo se basa en la preparación y en saber aprovechar las debilidades del oponente. El problema, como no, es que los bulcos no tienen debilidades, son fuertes, rápidos, prudentes y letales. Son máquinas de matar con un solo objetivo, rodear vuestros cuellos con sus gigantescas garras. Así pues, si alguno de vosotros sufre la desgracia de enfrentarse a un bulco, tan solo recordad lo siguiente: esquivar y hacer que se enfade. Heridlo, aturdidlo, conseguid que pierda los estribos. El cerebro del bulco pierde el control al irritarse en exceso. Deja de pensar y comienza a atacar ciegamente. Esa será vuestra única oportunidad de vencer, obteniendo ventaja táctica contra una bestia tontada. Aprovechadlo. Conoce a tu enemigo, de Carl Eldritch, líder de Prewin. Mira, pues así fue como lo maté. Me tendría que dar una buena recompensa a este, la verdad. Pero bueno, que ni las gracias me ha dado. Sigue el pasaje para llegar a la mansión. Yo creo que de aquí es de donde vine. A ver, no. De ahí vine, o sea que por aquí tengo que seguir. Tío, necesito tantas cosas. Ya cuando empieza a haber muchos caminos, ya yo me desespero. Aquí no hay nada. Aquí sí, vale, está el de ahí arriba, ¿no? Este de aquí ya lo vi. Está el de ahí arriba, que ese ahora lo veo. Y vamos a ver este. Está aquí el de la izquierda. Que este nada. Luego tenemos el de enfrente y allí había otro, pero yo no sé si ese será... Uf, y aquí tenemos agua. Que esto será en plan de vete a saber cuál es el orden. Vale, se bajó esta. Esta lo sube. ¿Y esta qué hace? Y esta lo sube más. Pero se supone que esta es la que te da permiso para entrar. Esta tiene pinta que maneja el agua y esta... Claro, yo imagino que las luces rojas indican eso. Pero no entiendo entonces. Vale, entonces esta baja al agua y esta sube... Entonces, ¿cuál es la que baja al agua? Vale, esta baja o sube. O sea, todas lo que hacen es bajar o subir. Vamos a ir primero por el otro lado y después vemos a ver qué es esto porque me estoy volviendo loca. Aunque ya me puedo imaginar que aquí no va a haber nada. Carta manchada. Quien encuentre este mensaje. Me llamo Robert Tesdale. Necesito su ayuda. Mi hija Luis desapareció de una semana. La última vez que la vieron fue en un bar de la zona, no donde trabaja como camarera, en la trucha bailona. 2 testigos la vieron abandonar el lugar con un hombre desconocido muy sofisticado, tal vez un extranjero. Circulan rumores de hombres y mujeres que desaparecen por aquí. Estoy convencido de que han secuestrado a mi Luis y la retienen en algún lugar de la zona. Sé que la policía no me va a ayudar. Tienen cosas más importantes que hacer. Por eso he decidido empezar a buscarla yo mismo. Si encuentran esta carta significará que he fracasado en mi misión. Luis es muy buena persona y no se merece morir así. No es ni muy alta ni muy baja. Tiene el pelo oscuro y una cicatriz en la mejilla derecha. Por favor, búsquela y acabe la tarea que yo no pude terminar. Que Dios le bendiga.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
Vale, aquí no hay nada. ¿Y esto? No se abre. Vale, ¿y esto por aquí a dónde lleva? Ah, esto me lleva a donde estaba antes. Vale, esto te lleva a la salida. Ok, McKay. Uf, pues... Oh yeah. Vamos a ver. ¿Por qué me estoy...? Ah, yo no lo había escuchado. ¿En serio que hay tantos? Madre mía, tío. No, no, es que vamos a ver, me pillaron estos aquí de extravagante, tío. No, no, me matan, ¿eh? Me matan. Vamos, no me mataron. No me mataron, no sé ni cómo. ¿Y por qué estoy aquí otra vez? No entiendo. No entiendo por qué estoy aquí otra vez. Pero es que no entiendo. ¿Y ahora qué tengo que hacer? ¿Y cómo llego allí? Ah, pero esta se mantiene abierta. ¿No? Sí. Vale, eso es lo que yo no sabía. Ahora sí, es que claro, yo no sabía que esta se... Yo pensé que las dos se mantenían abiertas y... Vale, vale. Ah, mira, la hija.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Hay ratitas, coge las ratitas.
This is despicable.
Venga, venga, venga. Venga, aquí hay ratitas.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Venga.
This is despicable.
Sí, ya sabemos que no te gusta, pero aquí tienes que comer ratitas.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Te da muy poca sangre y necesitas mucha si quieres combatir. Llegamos al kit de la cuestión. ¿Dónde está el viejo choto este? Y por cierto, respecto al arma, a ver, el arma está bien, pero no es lo mejor. Así que me quedo con esta que hace más daño. Y de momento esta es la que sigue haciendo más daño, así que lo dejo así porque ese aturdimiento pega súper, o sea, tarda como un montón. Y que va, vamos a ver, pero sí. Pero ¿y por qué salí? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Vamos a ver. Por ahí hay un eso. Mira, está bien verlo porque seguramente no lo hubiera visto hasta no irme. Ya sabemos que está allá. Voy a ver qué hay aquí. Un hacha corriente. En principio parece que no hay nada más, así que hay que seguir para allá. Es donde está todo el jaleo.
Let me go, you bastard!
Don't you know better?
Pero mira todo este. ¿Y tú quién te crees que eres? Y no muere el tío, ¿eh? Diario reciente, 13 de octubre de 1918. Acabo de llegar a Londres tras un agotador viaje a Manchester. Pronto dejaré de ser virgen, dice. Ay, mi madre. Vale, esto es lo de engendrar hijos y todo eso. Se ve que se ha vuelto bastante.
Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife!
Bueno, tranquila, tranquila. Ya vengo yo para ayudarte. Tu pobre papá te estaba buscando. Ay.
Are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale, and be careful. Until we meet again.
Hombre, a esta no tendría por qué matarla, la verdad. Podría, pero no, yo qué sé. La pobre. Encima que ha sufrido ahí un montón. Lo que no entiendo es si aquí no están. Vale, entonces la mansión está pasando esto. O sea, tenía que haber pasado todo esto para entrar a la mansión. Casi nada. Casi nada. Al final se nos ha alargado el episodio bastante, ¿eh? Bastante. Pero bueno, vamos a ver, porque quiero entrar a la... Quiero que veáis. Vale, esta de ser la casa, que además está la puerta abierta. Anda, mira. A ver qué.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war, and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Ah, bueno.
Have you noticed anything in
Está tirando los
particular in
trastos
this
ahí
part of
en
town
toda la
recently?
cara.
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Ah, bueno.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need. Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Ah, espérate, que no le pregunté si... Bueno, a ver, sí, necesita.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know...
Do you need...
Oh yes, I feel...
I'm just doing my...
Perhaps.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you.
Me alegro que se alegre. Vale, ¿dónde está la mansión? Porque es que no sé dónde carancho está la mansión. Ah, vale, estás del otro lado que yo no podía entrar. Con lo cual la mansión ha de estar por acá. Mira, ¿y esta gente?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
No. I just need something that's not this.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe It is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
And what do you do?
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer. And here we are.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Y el hermano gemelo está aquí. Creo que era el gemelo. Ah, no, este no es.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bancher?
Of course it does. Fergal Bancher, the Butcher of Galway. Hung in Dublin in 1857 for murdering more than 20 men with his bare hands. Why are you so interested in dead criminals, sir?
Yeah.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Ajá, bueno. Vale, aquí no hay más.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I currently have a few missing persons cases. Mr. Tadao Kimura and Miss Louise Teasdale. I'm afraid they may have been abducted by my mysterious maniac.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Ya la encontré.
Tell me about Mr.
Kimura
Kimura.
también.
Mr. Kimura is a businessman who has been missing for a few days. He didn't go home, didn't go to work, didn't go back to his family.
Where was he last seen?
Mr. Kimura was last seen at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. I followed a possible lead in the West End, but I found nothing.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Pues ya me
Do you
quedo más
need medical
tranquila.
attention, Inspector?
I'm afraid I may have caught something. I don't feel too well.
You'll quickly feel better after taking this.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I really appreciate it.
De nada.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Lo que quiero saber es dónde está el gemelo de este tipo. Del que estaba aquí, míralo aquí. A ver cuál es. Yo hablé con este, ¿no? O hablé con este.
Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of déjà vu when I talk to you?
Vale,
Goodbye,
no.
Mr. Baker.
Antes que nada, este necesita
Good evening.
algo.
Do you need...
No.
Vale.
Goodbye, Mr.
Y este es el hermano gemelo.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse?
Ah.
How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap?
Es que uno dice que es el otro el que sabe y el otro dice que... No entiendo.
That you are not in your place. That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Estos pareciera que fueran asesinos, la verdad.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Ah,
Hello
espera.
again, Doctor.
Do you need
I would appreciate some sunshine right now.
Vale, no te...
Goodbye for now, Mr.
A ver qué me cuenta el otro hermano. Porque creo que me abría una pista. Uy, que casi lo tiro.
Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of déjà vu when I talk to you?
Me pareció que sabía... A ver...
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Pues no dicen mucho, la verdad. Tengo que encontrar la mansión de Aloysius. Que no tengo ni pajolera idea cuál es. Así que a saber. Qué susto. ¿Y este quién es? Este no es, desde luego. Ah, bueno, aquí
It's locked.
¿Y este? Los vampiros son peligrosos, letales, brutales a veces. Esto es un hecho innegable. Y eso es precisamente por lo que debemos comprender lo que son y a veces quiénes son, para poder alcanzar una mejor comprensión mutua. Recordad la entrevista con Titus Flavius Iusepus, llevada a cabo por uno de nosotros en 1548, cuando por fin encontró a la criatura en España. ¿Recordáis cómo cada una de las exquisitamente elegidas palabras de este vampiro hacían latir nuestros corazones cada vez que las leíamos? ¿Cómo constituían esas extraordinarias ventanas a un pasado que tan solo vislumbrábamos fugazmente? Bien, pues Titus Flavius Iusepus ya no está. Los cazadores del Vaticano lo destruyeron hace varias semanas y con él se han desvanecido tesoros valiosos de conocimiento sobre los pilares de nuestra civilización. Probablemente se trate de un crimen tan desgarrador como el asesinato de una vida inocente por un vampiro. Por eso precisamente el camino de la guardia de Priven es tan criminal como estéril, pues por cada una de esas exitosas cacerías metódicas de los antiguos vampiros de Inglaterra, en lugar de aproximarse a ellos con cuidado y respeto, destruyen una parte de nuestras raíces comunes a las de los inmortales, desaprovechan oportunidad tras oportunidad. El concepto de la gran cacería es un crimen, pues ciegamente destruye palabras y pensamientos. Bebiendo de la fuente del saber de Ussel Taltry, primado de Saint Paul.
Jonathan Reed.
Míralo, el escritor.
At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you are a new Ekon who relishes his blood diet.
Ah, well.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Ajá, bueno.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Prewen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here is the money.
Redemption. A strong man eager to help and support the weak. A criminal who redeemed himself. A better life, rebuilt from scratch.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
The Sorceress. A heart-shaped trap built to entangle a loved one. Mirrors on every wall to see her own reflection constantly.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Me desbloquea cosas.
Here is the money.
Death. A broken mind trapped in a deceptive body. One who sees her has witnessed the walking dead. Blood. Fear.
Me imaginé que se hablaba de ella.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
The mother, a suffering soul, ashamed of her silence, terrified to raise her voice, a son to be killed.
Fishbowl.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Open your mind.
Here is the money.
The glutton, a man who just eats
Ese es aquel que le
a
gusta
righteous ego, surprised to
el de la
fall in
tienda.
love.
Exacto.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan.
And open your mind.
Here is the money.
The hunter, a good heart in disguise. A liar willing to help for real. An armed man unable to strike.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. A red river, a song in the dark,
Pues mira.
the whispers of a sun.
Bueno chicos, voy a dejar el videito por aquí porque se nos ha hecho súper largo, ¿vale? Y quiero que ya en el siguiente vamos a ver qué pasa con Aloysius Dawson. Así que vamos a eso, a dejarlo por aquí porque si no, como tenemos que ir conociendo gente, hay que hacerlo de la experiencia, todo esto. Quiero quedarme hablando con este tipo para que me siga dando pistas de gente. Además tengo muchísimo dinero. Así que nada, ya en el siguiente capítulo os lo muestro y así no tenéis que verlo todo para que no os aburráis. Así que nada, lo dicho, nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo directo. Ya sabéis que si es la primera vez que me estáis viendo y os gusta este tipo de vídeos o cualquier que subo al canal, que subo de todo, de Fortnite, de Minecraft. Tengo otras series totalmente diferentes que ya he subido, como Life is Strange, la de Edith Finch, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. En cuanto termine esta también empezaré otra, así que me podéis aconsejar cuál es la que os gustaría ver. Pues eso, dejad deditos arriba. Y si sois nuevos y os gusta el contenido, pues suscribiros. Y nada, nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo o directo. Un besito y chao chao.